Hi, Possum Patty from Pennsylvania here with some Ranger Tim Holtz Distress Crayons. I bought 2 sets. I got them pretty cheap at the farmer's market. And I'm kind of doing this backwards because first I started painting with them. This is a poinsettia that I did. And now I'm going to make a color chart. I'm going to start with set 1, which are the brights. We have mustard seed, which is a rich yellow. These twist up from the bottom. They go on very creamy like lipstick, but they leave little bits of crumbs. But that's okay. So this is mustard seed. The orange color is spiced marmalade. Picked raspberries, the pink. Mermaid lagoon. Dark blue, kind of greenish blue and bluish green. Peacock feathers. And this light green is twisted citron. It's very nice colors. Now you can smudge them a little bit with your finger. Get some clean fingers here. And they're water soluble. Bring out the colors with a little bit of water. Now I like the fact that they don't totally disappear, the crayon marks, when you add water. Because the only reason I would use these was to have those crayon marks left on the picture. If I wanted it to look like watercolor, I would just use my watercolor. In this poinsettia I did, you can still see some of the crayon marks on the page. I think this gives it a really nice texture, and I like the effect. Again, if I wanted it completely smooth, a completely smooth wash, I would just use the watercolors. I do have some of the Ranger Tim Holtz Distress markers that are also water soluble. I don't have all these colors, but I'm going to compare these. This is the Peacock Feathers. These have a fine point and a brush tip. I'm just going to put a little bit there. And I have this is a ripe persimmon, which I don't have. I have the picked raspberry. And I have the mustard seed. Again, this is the markers, which are dye ink and water soluble. Again, I like the crayons because they do give you a nice crayon texture. I'm going to put water on these without smudging them first. See, now I like this. When these dry, I'm going to go back and put an M in there to show that those are them from the markers. Okay, that's the bright set. Now I have set number 4. The yellow is Squeezed Lemonade. This one a little mixed colors on there. Okay, I'm going to rub that with my finger, and then I'm going to put water on that one. Candied Apple. Wilted Violet. Salty Ocean. Lucky Clover. And Pumice Stone. Okay, again, I'm going to smudge the first one. If you use a baby wipe, this would probably come out better. But I don't have any today. Nice gray. Okay, now I'm going to do it with some water. I have a few more markers. I do have this Squeezed Lemonade. And the Salty Ocean. So those are my colors. Again, I did do pictures before I did my swatches, so I've done this backwards. I think these are more like a crafty art supply, and do backgrounds on cards, maybe some art journaling. But I decided I would try them in a more artsy than craftsy mode, and that's why I used them to do some pictures. That's a poinsettia. The first poinsettia I did, which I did go over with some ink, black ink and white on top. This one I didn't go over with any ink lines at all. You can see a lot of crayon marks on this one. I'm just trying to make it a little different than the first one. Which I think that one goes that way. You can see them side by side. A holly branch. This one I also started with the crayon and then put a little ink on the top of it. I'll probably try to do this one again using just the crayons. So I'm having a lot of fun just playing with these crayons. Again, not using them in a crafty way, but trying to use these more in artsy pages. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.